guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no different. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spray. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock a bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. Gotta say, in Brooklyn and Compton. Put that gang, make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime, Mythic Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. I hope y'all can nest double E, 'cause I need you guys on Respect is my credo, not my ego. Credo is the party, don't take it. For the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the ask without a thought. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad. To be rightfully celebrated as a child of God. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. It's hella tension, cause we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right just one time. So unstoppable together at the same time, with the same mind. Yeah, we wanna be high and always above what's beneath us. So every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. All eyes are on Cooper Kupp, author of an 1,100-yard season so far, and hoping to add more. It's the Rams and the Eagles coming up next.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a going in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Eagles. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want, when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. And incomplete to open things up.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get the in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. and then on third down they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. $12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season in Oklahoma.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Hurts fumbles it.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they get man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Outright, he finds Tolbert. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run on 1st down. Carmichael. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The numbers for him from a week ago, 9 carries, 51 yards.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20+.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 40-yard line.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes when you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Now Lawrence.
That's into the hands of Tolbert. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards in the tally. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Now Lawrence. Buying time. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
2nd and 4.
Miles Sanders' first carry of the game. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hurts.
The Sanders has got it complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. The Eagles at 9-5 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any...
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Philadelphia. A.J. Brown. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had it quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Tolbert hauls in the out route. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
For baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 22. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. A quick throw knocked away. And it An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here hauled in by Cup. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Now a handoff running through the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will be very close to a first down. I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Hurts a handoff to Sam. 3 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive, an expected passing situation.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Lawrence will throw. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Rams. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. They'll set up to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
It's caught. Tolbert. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball will getting there, and it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Eagles will have solid field position as they take over at the 35-yard line.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the 1st half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Sanders. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
With a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
But first down, Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. The Vikings trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Antonio Gibson, a touchdown run in the victory. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And in a tie ball game, they've got to be asking themselves, what can we do to get this passing game on track for the second half to come? Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Rams have got it back.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Yeah. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse. Should reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. This is caught. That'll give them 8 that time. 3rd and 4 yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great play there.
With his 13th rushing touchdown on the year, as they have taken the lead. On 3rd down and short, and everything well executed. He not only gets the 1st down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. But there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Another run here with Sanders. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Second down, back to Sanders. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Tell you what, he did not have much time to field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
A give running left. It's Sanders. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Going for it with Sanders. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll go again with Sanders. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a... looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. The 40. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and they will take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, the cheaters right there on the brink, aren't they?
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10, down at the 31. Play action, it's Lawrence. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jalen Tolbert, 31 yards. And the Rams look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Tolbert touchdown grab. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Hurts. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. Gonna take a shot for Gallup.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And that's complete to Sanders.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And the ball is knocked out. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Set. 51, back box, right, clear.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 6.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't,
Oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And taken at the 46. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 32 on the play.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 38. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. A gain there of 21 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Ready?
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Down.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
Opposite.
2nd and 11 now. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear.
gotta do.